Well, hello, Chuggalos. I'm very excited to do this whole calendar project with y'all for the first time ever. So, day one, December 1st, 2025, Branch and Bone Harvest Ale. Something that I kind of found interesting about this, if you've been a good little boy, you've been keeping this in your fridge since we got it, right? And if you notice, there's a little tiny layer of sediment down there, just from, it staying cold and kind of cold filtering itself out. So I'm gonna try to pour off of that. Old money, gilded barrel house glass. Shout out to you if you still have one of these. There we go. Oh man, dirty glass mafia, huh? I guess I should have scrubbed my shit better. That held up well, and yeah, I mean, look, it's still got real nice carbonation and everything. Nose is great. So almost got this like kind of candied fruit, like dried candied fruit aspect. Yeah, it's like those mango chewies, that like dehydrated mango sprinkled with sugar, and then you eat it. That's what the nose reminds me of. I don't know. I mean, I know you're all beer geeks, but just in case, Branch and Bone Harvest Ale, this is one of their fresh hop IPAs that they did, or I guess the fresh hop IPA that they did this season. I don't know. If you don't know, please let me mansplain to you for a moment. Fresh hop beers, wet hopping, same idea, right? Normally, hops are picked, dried, to preserve them and then used throughout the year. Fresh hops skip the drying step, right? So they're picked off the vine, packaged immediately, sent off to breweries, and they brew with them while they're still fresh. And oftentimes you can get that like almost like grassy character out of it, and just like exceptionally fresh flavor. It's soft, it's fruity, it's got a little bit of a sweetness to it. I forgot how to drink like a big boy. Kind of reminds me of peach gummies, like gummy rings, peach rings. Honestly, the flavor profile is kind of taking me back, way back, to, I mean, I guess they still do it. I haven't tried it in a while, but Three Floyd's Brew. It's given me very similar flavor notes, the way that the sweetness and the hops play together. Without like, super massive alcohol content. It doesn't really burn the way that beer doesn't. What is it? Yeah, 6.4. Perfect ABV for a beer like this. And yeah, you know what? Shout out Branch and Bone. Justin and now Doug over there are consistently making, in my humble opinion, the best beer in Dayton, Ohio, in the greater Dayton area. I mean, and shit, while I'm hanging out, drinking this beer, talking to a camera, I would like to take a moment to say thank you to the Chuggalo crew, Matt in particular, Mr. Matt Heck. It's so much fun to be driving to curate this box, because this is my first year curating it, right? It was always Sarah doing it, and she always did a very good job. And my goal this year, honestly, was I felt like I kind of had to one-up her. I don't know, if nothing else, just to prove to myself that, I can do this. And I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with the box that I threw together. That said, I know, I mean, there's 24 of us, right, in on this whole thing, and everybody's taste buds are different, so I'm very curious to see everybody's takes on all the beers and the collection as a whole, and I'm happy to be able to kind of talk about it, in a intimate, I mean, does it get more intimate than like a dude hanging out in his basement talking to a camera? And I don't have the list in front of me, but I'm fairly confident this is the only fresh hop beer in the whole thing, right? And I'm glad that, I forget homeboy's name that like did the drinking order. I'm glad that he did this one up front, because just like any hoppy beer, but especially wet hop beers, every single day that it's brewed and not drank, it's getting worse and worse and worse. So like, this is still drinking really well, But if we drank this, you know, on November 4th, and, you know, I think it was still on tap when we did the calendar build out. So maybe you did have this on November 4th. You know, how different it is between when it was like hyper fresh and, you know, almost a month later. So yeah, shout, to putting this right up front. Good call. Are we rating? I'm gonna go ahead and rate. Why not? Branch and Bone, Harvest Ale. I feel bad maybe putting a number rating on this beer because it is so, I mean, it's very good, right? But also, what we're drinking right here is not necessarily how this beer should taste, right? Like, the fresh hot beer should be drank as soon as humanly possible. So it's got at least a month on it. Ding, 1 point, right? Then we have it, and I love the shorties. I think they're great. I think they're a great vessel. Not great for long-term aging, especially on IPAs and, you know, more delicate beers. It still tasted great, but I think that, ding, that's another factor working against it. So understanding that, like, this is not necessarily the peak representation of what this beer should be, I'm still going to give it an 8 out of 10, which I think is high praise. It's held on, you know, and I don't know, I wish I had a fucking time machine so I could go back a month, try it fresh, and do a side-by-side. But whatever the case, in my humble opinion, very strong start to the drinking. 8 out of 10. Also, my beautiful partner, Christina, got me this Malort Advent calendar. So not only am I drinking a beer every day in December, but I also get to see what's in the old Malort box. So you're gonna go on this journey with me. Don't mind my AstroTurf. That's where I record drums. What do we think it is? Oh, guys, it's a little baby bottle of Malort. I think that the only real, like, gentlemanly way to do this, right, would be to do a Malort rinse. And now we got the juices of Branch and Bone's Harvest Haze making a beautiful melange with the juices of Chicago's finest export, Botanical Journey Malort. Cheers, y'all. Good. All right, see you tomorrow. Love you. Bye. Mwah.